My Greatest Memory by Angelina. One of my greatest memories that happened to me when I was 7 years old. At the time, my mom and dad lived apart. So on the weekends, I went to my dad's house since I had school during weekdays. One day, my dad's next door neighbor was going to get rid of her dog because as a single mom with a daughter, the both of them were always busy. She was a large dog because she was a black Labrador, and the cage wasn't big enough for her. She needed the attention and wasn't able to get it if she was in an empty house in a cage all day. So my neighbor was talking to my dad about the situation, and he was going to take the dog to the pound. But then he remembered how much I love dogs, and had decided I could have her. Not too long after, our neighbor gave us her. I don't remember much of her original name except for it started with a A. It was being super long. She has a pink collar with silver paw prints, and my mama bought a leash and bowl randomly. The leash and bowl ended up matching Gracie's collar after she bought it, not knowing what it looked like. When she stayed at my grandma's house on my dad's side, I really wanted to rename her myself. It ended up being that my grandma renamed her to Gracie. At first I was upset I didn't get to name my dog, but eventually it stuck with me. She was my third dog I had because my other two males ran away and were never found. I loved her very much and missed her a lot since she's passed. Around the age of 10, I would deal with a lot of family issues and felt quite alone, but she was always there for me. I was surrounded by negativity in my family. I was often scared or upset. I could look at her with her crooked smile and she made me happy. There were many nights I heard fights and had Gracie with me holding her and crying. She was the sweetest dog anybody can know. She was innocent and loved being around other animals. She grew up with cats and were immune to them, and even when they hissed, she still wanted to be their friend. No matter how bad things got, she was always there and always content. She was the happiest, except for in thunderstorms. She was like a little child afraid of thunder, and I felt so bad because she would shake. There was a time where she hid under a bed that had the frame 5 inches off the ground. Somehow she was halfway under it and a bedside table that was smaller than she was. I really miss her, and it was so hard to lose her. She was my third dog, other than the two, but I didn't have to put them down. She really impacted my life and with so many memories, and I put off having her pass for 4 months. Gracie was an old girl and was already 11 years old when I got her. I wasn't ready because my mom mentioned putting her down like a week before my first year of high school, starting back in August. Gracie was dealing with signs of heart failure, and it was scary to learn that. I didn't want to keep her living when she was in pain, but I also was afraid of losing her. She was a part of my heart that can't be replaced, and I lost a part of myself that I'll never get back. It's very emotional for me to talk about her because she impacted my life so much, and I can't help but miss her, having her around. Memories of her always cross my mind, and I either cry missing her or smile because she's made me so happy. One of my favorite happy memories was when she would let me dress her up in clothes or let me paint her toenails. I nicknamed her Princess because that is what I dressed her up in with a crown. She didn't mind me dressing her up, and she was super chill. I was the only child playing with my dog in a girly way because I'm an only daughter with 2 male siblings. I do have some sad memories with her where I was crying. My mom often fought with my dad, causing tension, and I'd be awake in my room with Gracie crying. She helped me during those hard times, and I talked to her like she was a human. She was my best friend, and I love her so much. So in November, after I turned 14, I came to the realization that I can't keep putting this off, and I felt ready. I knew it would hurt, but I didn't want her to be in pain any longer. My mom let me know the date we were going to put Gracie down 2 weeks before. I spent every moment I could knowing I'm going to lose her. When we took her to put her down, I was strong and did not shed not one tear. But every night for the next few months, I listened to You Are My Sunshine by Jasmine Thompson. Every time I hear that song, I get reminded of her, and my emotions hit me all at once. Gracie lived a good life with me being one of my greatest friends and really impacted my life.
dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I'll always love you and make you happy, and nothing else could come between. But if you leave me to love another, you'll have shattered all of my dreams. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine